back, ladies and gentlemen, with a brand new hot, coming off a fantastic Veterans Day Lando Project. I am your host, Lando Payne, and of course, I could not be here without my compadre, the kingpin himself down in Texas. We got B.
My man, what's popping? What's happening? What's going on? What's new? Happy post-Veterans Day, my good friend. I hope you had a glorious day celebrating yourself.
I did.
That's awesome.
It was fun. Lots of restaurants around the world. I want to say thank you for all the IHOPs for the pancakes and the Outbacks for the bloomin' onion. Ooh. I enjoyed it. It was a good day.
That's what's up.
Day. Can't complain. How you been?
You about to be a true veteran too, because you about to be out.
Dog, T-minus 10 days, bro.
10 days and you an official vet. Like you already a vet, but you about to be official.
I'm out of there. It was cool. Up, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? We out of here. But no, it was a fantastic Veterans Day. Got to pretty much kick it, not do much. Catch up on some TV shows.
Yeah.
You know, that's the best day to spend my day.
It really is.
I love watching TV. Nothing's better. And you guys like watching TV. We have all kinds of news to talk about over the past week. We have Loki finale wrap up. We have some new movie announcements. Finally, the strike is over. With the strike being over, we're finally getting some announcements for some movies. Are we anticipated for some of them? Maybe we'll find out. Marvel's is out. BC has the exclusive review, the only review you need to hear about the Marvels. He has it. Okay, that guy has it. But so yeah, Loki. We're just going to kick off with Loki. Then we're going to get into everything we got to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it really short and sweet. I was wrong. I was right about one thing, and that was Victor Timely was going to get shredded a lot. But other than that, I was wrong, and I was glad I was wrong, right? Some of the stuff that happened, I didn't foresee happening. God of Stories, that was cool. Very much enjoyed this season of Loki from start to finish. I don't think I've been able to say that I've enjoyed a Disney show in a few years. From start to finish, it's been good. Shout out to Tom Hiddleston. He was just on Jimmy Fallon the other day. Now he's able to talk about the show. He pretty much said he's wrapping up his 14-year journey with this. So I think that may be it. Maybe.
I think it is too.
But you know what, though? Good way to end it. Fantastic way to wrap up your story.
That's it. I think we... Are we good? I was skipping there.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I don't think that's... I think we will see him one more time.
Right. He'll be... Secret Wars, right? But it'll be like... It's the same way of saying Tony Stark will be back. His story ended. He'll be back for that one last thing. But this was a nice way to close out Loki's glorious purpose, right? Mm-hmm. I was moved. I was sad. I was happy. Touching the feels. Jonathan Majors as Kang. Oh, boy. Incredible.
So good.
Incredible stuff. It seemed like he was still off of Creed. It seemed like he finished wrapping up Creed and then hopped into this seat. But no, man, I was very happy with how it all played out. The visuals, man, that last scene, the visuals, the green, is that the reason why the time stone is green? That would make sense. Yeah, man, lots of good stuff. BC, wrap up Loki, then we're going to get into everything else.
Man, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good, very well written ending. It was a very well written show. I had a lot of fun with this. I like how we did everything, and dude, that montage of him just dying. It's just one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Like, it was just so good to watch. And negative wise, I will say that Renslayer was completely pointless this season. We didn't really need her. Also, Sylvie, completely pointless this season. So I didn't really care for anything they added in on her. However, you throw in OB as a new character, and he was a fantastic addition to this team. He really added to the story, as did Victor Timely. You had Jonathan Majors to anything, and he's going to be fantastic. So I did really enjoy that, and I'm really hyped. I'm hyped for if we see this crew again. I don't think we'll see Loki again, but I think there's possibility of we're going to see Mobius and Hunter B-15 and the TVA again. I think we might see them. And obviously, I think we'll see Loki in Secret Wars.
No, man, I definitely agree with you. And we have some people in the chat firing away. So if you're in the chat, keep on firing away. We are reading them. Someone said in there, like, I didn't get my Thor Loki brotherly love scene, you know? And that's kind of thing. It's like, are we still going to get that? The sun will shine us again, brother, right?
But you also have to remember, that's a different Loki that said that.
It's a different Loki. True. That is
All
true.
right.
This Loki here is a lot older after spending centuries in the TVA, learning everything about physics. And he's probably smarter than Iron Man at this point. Probably. But no, yeah, you're right. I really enjoy seeing Jonathan Majors in that last episode. And man, does he just know how to switch it up. So I loved how he made fun of himself playing Victor Timely. You know, I love how
was so good.
I love how he went from the theatrical He Who Remains to like, okay, I'm just kicking it to you straight.
Oh, this motherfucker knows what's up now.
Yeah, like, I love it. It was still his road. He was still paving the road, which I think we kind of, I was like, I think he's still out there doing this stuff. But yeah, I loved it. I love the tie-ins to Quantum Mania that they threw in. I love the Tree of Yggdrasil, which Thor 1 reference, which was amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. To me, this was a masterclass of how they should do the Disney Plus shows. You know, if you're going,
really was. This was the best. Okay. I still think Miss Marvel's the best, but this is up there.
Okay.
Go on. Finish your thought.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was saying, when you're going to make these Disney Plus shows, and I think this shows why when you actually dedicate the time to the main character. Which you complained about Renslayer and Sylvie. I thought this was the reason why it worked. You cut out a lot of these extra characters that I think had way too much time. We were focusing way too much on those characters, and we were taking away time from the main character. Now we got our chance to spend time with Loki. We got to see him a little bit more. We actually got to see him in his glorious purpose. And by the way, that last episode, his conversations with Mobius and with Sylvia, Jonathan Majors, were so well written. The burden of glorious purpose, how that all came about was so beautifully well done. When you spend time with our main character and you give him a character arc worth having with a fantastic actor like Tom Hiddleston, Jesus. This is what you can get. So I hope that the other Disney Plus shows are taking note that you don't have to have everything connect, but still having it work within that world to some degree, right? Gives us a little bit. I thought it was well done. If I was to rate this whole season out of 5, dude, I'm at like a 4.25 out of 5 for me. You know, I'm very pleased. I'm just so very, very pleased, and I'm so thankful that they was able to come up with this. You know, because I was on the edge of my seat theorizing.
Yeah.
You know, so
well, you know, speaking of like what I mean about Renslayer and Sylvie not being needed in the season, like literally, you could have taken Renslayer out of the season.
Yep.
And nothing would have missed. I wouldn't have missed anything.
I probably would have liked it more.
You could have almost taken Sylvie out.
Yeah.
And other than that final conversation between them, I didn't need her this season either. She could have just stayed at McDonald's the whole time.
Good.
She didn't do anything but stand in the background and give discerning looks. That's why I'm saying.
And was annoying.
I didn't need her there at all.
Yeah, she blamed everyone for her problem.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, God, there's something else you brought up that I was going to say, and now I can't remember. Oh, and remember, you know, I was complaining about how I didn't understand why this was a Loki show. Like, there's nothing about this that said this should be this is Loki. It just looked like it just felt like Tom Hiddleston playing anybody. that finale, that felt like Loki.
Loki.
I was like, oh, there's Loki.
Yeah.
That's why this is Loki's story. And also, I wanted to, wow. I wanted to shout out, who was it I wanted to shout out here? There's somebody on here. That's right, Kingsport Cal. Hawkeye was the best. And I will have to say, Hawkeye is still my absolute favorite that they've done.
I thought you just said Miss Marvel. So
Miss Marvel. Look, that's, you see, listen to the words. Listen to the words. Hawkeye is my favorite that they have done.
Miss Marvel's the best.
However, Miss Marvel, I think, is the best show. Hawkeye is not a well-written show, but it is the most fun, and it is Christmas, and it is Hawkeye, and there is a scene with Kate Bishop and Yelena talking while eating macaroni and cheese, and it's the best thing ever.
My only gripe about Miss Marvel is that the villain arc of that whole thing was so that I can't give it there, you know. And what I will say,
I just watched it again, and I thought the same thing. I was like, this villain, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Didn't even give a shit second time around. I was like, you know what? I don't care. It's just so fun.
I'll say this too. This show, as for a finale, as an entirety, can you describe a big fight scene?
In what? In
Loki. There was no huge fight
scene
scene.
I remember is the one set to holding out for a hero in the second episode.
Yeah. And that's what I really appreciate. This last finale was so well written. We didn't need a big fight scene.
No stupid CGI Marvel fight scene. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I thought was really, really cool. It's almost like this is what She-Hulk was trying to get across. You know, with the way that
this time they got it right.
This time they got it right. Sorry, I'm over here trying to set my charger and stuff up.
Oh, don't worry. I be moving stuff around all the time.
But yeah. So anyway, that was our review of Loki. Guys, in the comment section, go ahead. Out of 5, out of 10, give us your ratings for the season. Give us your rating for the last episode. Do you think that we're going to see Loki anymore? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. So let's transition though. So one of the biggest things that happened last week, which I probably should say it was the biggest thing,
probably
for the week, was the fact that we finally got an end to the writer's strike, the actor strike, after already having been in a strike zone, strike period from the writers as well. So now the writer's strike is done, the actor strike is done. Fantastic stuff. SAG-AFTRA's board ratified a new contract with an 86% majority after Hollywood's longest 118-day strike. The deal, led by Fran Drescher, includes a 7% minimum wage increase, a $40 million residual bonus, and significant advances for AI use and performance. With over $1 billion in wages and benefits, the agreement sets a new standard for actor compensation and working conditions. Huge win for SAG. I know that they were kind of going back and forth at the last bit about AI use. I guess the studios wanted to get AI use for perpetuity for a lot of living actors and dead actors. SAG-AFTRA said, no way, Jose, cut that out. Also, with the new residual bonuses, with the new increases, and I'm also hearing that there's kind of like a new healthcare thing being out there as well for some of the actors. I may have that wrong, or I may have read it wrong, but it seemed like they're talking about benefits. When I hear benefits, that's kind of what I'm thinking of.
Me too.
So huge win. You know, huge win for our good old for our homie Jay Washington, who tweeted yesterday. He's in that new trailer for rap shit, right?
I think it's on HBO Max already. I haven't watched it. I gotta watch. I want to watch the first season too.
Yeah, he's in the trailer.
Really excited. He's in the trailer.
He's in the trailer. So very good.
So mad at him. I actually texted him the other day. I was like, dude, why didn't you tell me you were gonna be in rap shit? What the hell, man?
Well, yeah, I saw his tweet yesterday. I went and gave him a huge shout. So if you guys follow Jay Washington, go on his page, man. Give him some love, give him some praise.
Also, we have talked about. We've started talking about when we're going to bring back
Mad Titan.
Yeah. Jay still. Now that Jay is getting back to work again, we're going to figure out a good time to record and when we want to do that shit. So we will be returning at some point. We just got to figure out logistics of what we want to do, when we want to start putting things out and recording it. So.
Well, I'm really looking forward to you guys starting back up, man. You know.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He is going straight back to BBC. BBC is coming back immediately, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And he's still doing good work over there with New Rockstars and everything. So
yes.
huge win for Jay for this past year, man. He's really out there crushing it. So I'm really out there happy for him. But yeah, SAG-AFTRA strike finally wrapped up. Now you're starting to get a lot of movie announcements.
They started coming quick.
They're coming in quick, man. And one of those things is actually what our main show is going to be about today. One that I want to know if you're excited for, man. And that is, well, we've had Mario, right? Which in my heart of hearts, I was like, I hope this starts off the Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe, right? You had Pokemon a few years ago. This year, you kind of have Barbie, kind of not in the same way, but in that same way, kind of pushing it forward. But now, and there was some rumblings behind the scenes, but now they're kind of making it more official. They're saying Nintendo is bringing the Legend of Zelda. I wrote that weird. To the big screen, developing a live-action film with producers Shigeru Miyamoto and Avi Arad. Avi Arad makes me a little cautious, but we'll ride past that. Riding high on the success of the Super Mario Brothers movie, Nintendo is collaborating with Sony, with Wes Ball set to direct amidst a surge in game-to-film adaptations. This venture reflects Nintendo's expanding focus beyond gaming, leveraging its rich character roster and tapping into the global enthusiasm for Japanese franchises. So yeah, you got Miyamoto. You also got Avi Arad, which if you've known about Avi Arad's past, he's made some controversial decisions and stuff, mainly talking about you, Spider-Man. But
what are the decisions?
He just sucks, dude.
Why?
I didn't pull up this. You're asking me on the spot. I just remember a lot of decisions he used to make used to just suck. He used to grind my gears. Avi Arad.
I look at his history and go, because as soon as you said that, I go, what's wrong with Avi Arad? And I go, look at the movies he's made.
It was like all the stupid decisions with Spider-Man. I think he was the main one that wanted to make the Aunt May super spy movie. Like, there was a lot of...
That's because Sony was like, we need more movies. Make ideas.
Dog, he was... Well, if there's one thing that he did, he was caused enough stink that we got Tom Holland into the MCU. So thank you, Avi Arad. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, see, once again, that's a good thing. He also produced Daredevil, Hulk, The Punisher, Spider-Man 2.
He's on that producer credit, but he worked with other people that helped make those movies good. He was not a part of that part that made the movies good.
Okay.
Yeah. Just saying.
We don't like Abby. You don't like Abby.
I don't like Abby, man. But I do like Legend of Zelda.
But okay.
I do like Legend of Zelda, though.
Finish up. Go ahead.
I do like Legend of Zelda, though. Sony's producing this, and hey, Sony's been on a hot streak lately. So, hey, I'm all here for it. I'm glad that they're taking this character. I'm glad that they're making him into a live action. I'm actually happier that they're going live action as opposed to animated, which is kind of where I think that Mario had to be animated. I feel like it worked better as animated, but I do think that this stands as a story that can be told much more with live action. You have a lot of stuff behind there. You got Zelda. You got, what's his name? I'm about to say Gryffindor, but Ganondorf, right? That whole thing, Ocarina of Time, if you played those games. I like Breath of the Wild. But, BC, are you a Legend of Zelda guy?
I love the original Zelda on Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
To this day, it is still the only Zelda game that I've played.
Huh.
Doesn't mean I'm against Zelda. I love Zelda. I loved the cartoon back in the 80s was fantastic. I loved it so much. And I'm really and if this had been last year and you're like, yo, Nintendo's making a live action Zelda, I would have lost my shit. I would have been, that's awesome. Because if you remember when they announced Mario, I was like, they're making an animated Mario. I don't want an animated Mario. Now, we live in a world that we got an animated Mario, which was my favorite movie of the year, still, so far. And when they announced that this was going to be live action, I got a little disappointed. I was really hoping for an animated Zelda, and then eventually an animated Sonic, and then eventually an animated Samus.
Kirby.
And then an animated Kirby.
Yeah.
And then we would get into the Super Smash Bros. Universe where they all had to team up and fight each other.
And a giant hand comes across, and you're like, what is that?
Fight a giant hand. Oh my God, I want it so bad. That's not to say that they cannot do something amazing with a live action. Look at live action Sonic. Well, live action hybrid Sonic. Mm-hmm. I love it. I think that they are great movies. Do I want to see them animated? Do I think it's a better idea? Yes. But I also thought live action was a better idea for Mario before Mario came out. So.
Understandable.
Take it as you will.
I mean, I think for me, it's that with Legend of Zelda, it's such a vast world that if they were to shoot this in a similar light as, say, and this is the one everyone goes to, right? Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. That's not where I was going to go.
Right. But if you do it like Lord of the Rings, where you have that giant landscape, you can go through a nice trilogy arc with these characters. I know I don't want to see Tom Holland. Please do, love of God. I love Tom, but not him. I want to see
I want someone unknown.
I want someone unknown, right? Same
Get your star power on Zelda and let Link be an unknown.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it also. And get a fantastic person to be Ganondorf, right? Maybe like a Carl Urban. I don't know. Just whoever.
Yeah.
Anyone could be Ganondorf. But if you make it a nice long trilogy, I can get behind it. I'm also with you too. I want the Super Smash Bros. Universe. Okay? I want Star Fox. I want Falco. Right? I want all those players. I don't even know who Roy is, but I see him in the game, and I'm like, someone make this happen. Right? I want to know who these guys are.
Someone give me that Roy.
Give me that Roy, right? I want to see Kirby, the Destroyer of Worlds, right? The Inhaler of Worlds. I want to see this. Someone is saying Anya Taylor-Joy for Zelda. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean,
that'll be fine.
You get to be Princess and Zelda. I mean, that's a little.
I mean,
but
because what she's Zelda's the one that I don't know. I don't know the games. She turns into Sheik, right? Sheik.
I don't know. I just thought she's like the princess that you're always saving.
She's the princess. She's pretty much Peach, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's pretty much Peach, and then you got Zelda. Now they're saying Zelda doesn't talk. I get you, right? They're gonna have to do like Dread a little bit, right? Make them.
I don't get. Wait. Like, okay, because my vision of Zelda is mainly comes from the animated series back in the 80s.
Ooh, that's old, man.
Where Link talked, and I didn't have a problem with Link talking, so I've never had a problem with Link talking. So I don't understand why everyone's like, oh, he's got to be silent.
He's got to be a mute. Can't say shit.
I guess.
Nah, man.
I just don't get it.
Link don't talk. You see him in the chat. Link don't talk. They letting you know, man. He don't say nothing. Okay, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Like lasagna. I almost said that wrong. But we're getting a live action Link produced by Sony. I think that'll be good. I hope it's good. I just hope it's good. I'll be there. I just hope it's not like
I'm there regardless. But
I just hope they don't. Like I said, Lord of the Rings, go original Lord of the Rings. Don't go Rings of Power Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean?
I was thinking more Game of Thronesian.
Game of Thronesian would be good too. I like this. Okay, someone call BC. Put him on the writers' room. Put him in the writers' room. He'll hold it down. Hold it down. Now there was a movie that came out this weekend that I think we need to talk about. And BC, you wouldn't go saw it. We're talking about the glorious purpose that Loki had. Well, in the other realm of the MCU, where there is time, you had the Marvels, right? Very, should I say, highly anticipated movie? Question mark.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, you had the Marvels come out this week. And a movie that honestly none of the trailers captivated me. I love the soundtrack that they had in the trailer, and that was about it. I love Iman Vellani as Miss Marvel. I think she's adorable. I think by far she's the most adorable person in the MCU period. Besides, I Love You 3000. right? And Ant-Man's daughter when she was really young, right?
Yeah. Young Cassie was the best.
Totes adorbs, right? And I love Miss Marvel. Should I even love I even love Photon? I'm not a big fan of the Captain Marvel character that they have done so far. So, the movie comes out this weekend, and unfortunately, the Marvels has a historically low set at the box office, and it's right here. Marvel's latest, The Marvels, has experienced a rocky start, securing only $21.5 million from 4,030 locations on opening day, including $6.6 million from the Thursday previews. This performance is notably lower than Captain Marvel's $153 million opening in 2019 and is overshadowed by the year's prior successes like Ant-Man and the Wasp with $106 million and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with $118 million. The sequel's projections suggest it may not surpass the $55 million opening weekend tallies of The Incredible Hulk, the original from 2008, and Ant-Man, raising concerns about a downtrend from Marvel Studios amidst a challenging box office climate and evolving audience interest. So pretty much, this is about to be their biggest bomb, right?
I knew that going into it, though.
Yeah.
Like marketing was not well. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Also, they couldn't put anyone out to promote it.
Yeah.
If you would have had Iman Vellani out there, I bet she would have stole everyone's heart.
Right.
But unfortunately we couldn't do that because we were on strike. And what I will say is it's a fun movie. It's very fun. It is very phase one-ish. The villain is, I don't even remember the villain's name, and I don't really know what their plan was. The second half of the movie is definitely a little bit of an edited mess. I think it feels a lot like it was Frankenstein, like they had ideas and then they changed it and used all the footage they had to make a different story. There is a scene with Flurkin that is just one of the worst things that I have ever seen Marvel do. Like one of the absolute worst things that I have ever seen in a Marvel film. But other than that, I will say the first 45 minutes is some of the best work Marvel has done. All right. They're not focusing on the villain at all. It is all about the connection between Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau. And it is so much freaking fun, man. I enjoy. They have this one fight scene pretty early on where they're switching back and forth. You've seen a lot of that in the trailers. And they don't know what's going on, but they're fighting everywhere in space, on some random planet, and then in the Kamala Khan's house with her family. And they're all switching in and out. And it's just one of the best things ever. That family is so much fun. Iman Vellani steals this movie. Every scene she is in, she is on top of the game and absolutely killing it. She is what keeps your attention the entire film long. They should have cut a couple of the dumber tension scenes that they added in for humor and used it more to continue to build these relationships, because there's also a small storyline that is almost like the D, E, or F storyline, in which Monica and Carol have a strained relationship since Carol never returned after telling her she was going to come back. And they don't focus enough on it to make it really emotional and make it hit. If they would have cut some of the stupid jokes and the stupid stuff only set up for humor, it would have worked. But the best thing I could say is I'm pretty sure this is the end of the Chapek era. And you can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, going forward, we're going to start seeing the return of Feige.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that is obviously what hit this better, because this is very much just a fun, stupid, let's play it for the joke kind of movie. Where you could see there could have been something more in there that Feige tried to put in as much as he could, but it seems like they edited out most of that and made it just for fun. And that's where they fail. I will also say the post-credit scene. So epic, however terrible CGI.
Yeah, I mean, so I hear what you're saying. Like I said, nothing about the movie really appealed to me to say, okay, I want to fork up $50 to go see this movie, right? Yeah. I got Disney Plus. In 45 days, it'll be on Disney Plus. I'll watch it then. I no longer feel like these movies, and it may be tied to what you're saying. I do believe that you are correct. I do believe that this is the last of the Chapek era, because when we're talking about movies coming out, Deadpool 3, I believe, is the next movie.
That's all. I was actually wondering what the next one is.
Yeah, the next movie is Deadpool 3. Now, Marvel over the past week, we heard some announcements that they've been shuffling around some release dates. I believe it was supposed to be Captain America 4 next. But they have to redo, according to the Schneider, they have 3 scenes that they have to totally rework. They did not work with the initial test screens that they were doing. And so therefore Deadpool is back on for 2024, which is nice. Middle of the year 2024, which let's ride, snicked. Let's go. But yeah, I do believe it's the Chapek era, and it does make me feel that because of those reasons, Kevin Feige is starting to get in there a little bit more, looking at those scripts, looking at what's going on with it, trying to right the ship. And I know, to your dismay, I know that you were not excited about the fact that Daredevil has to do a totally new, from the beginning, rewrite. Yeah, Captain America 4 has to overdo some reshoots and stuff, which reshoots are common. That happens. Reshoots are common. They're not like they don't happen. A lot of them go through reshoots. But it makes me feel a little bit better that, okay, this was the last of the Chapek, I believe, of Disney TV shows, and as well as the movies. So with that being said, hopefully we can start to see a lot of the fan base start to come back to it, right? That they may have lost behind, because let's be honest, they have lost something. You're talking about a $153 million opening for the original Captain Marvel movie, and a potential $50 million to $55 million opening this weekend. You lost your audience to some extent. Yeah, you did. If you're saying you didn't, you're being delusional, right?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
You still got me, but you're gonna get me no matter what. I'm not the one you need to be getting.
Right. And especially on the heels of, you're talking about the biggest movie of the year this year is a female-led movie with Barbie, right? And you couldn't, not to say you have 3 female leads here. Why weren't even a huge majority of fans going out this weekend? You couldn't even get a lion's share of what happened with Barbie back out again. You got to look at what you're doing. But, hey, a lot of times, I will say this. You've seen studios go up and down. Marvel has had a tightrope on the game for a long period of time. I don't think this is Marvel fatigue. I think that it's content, I agree. Just a content issue. And I believe once they try to figure that out, I think that they'll be right back where they need to be. Yeah. Right? Trying to be hopeful.
I agree.
And a lot of that hope is coming from what I just saw with Loki. It's evident that they still know how to put together very, very fun stories. I'm glad you had a good time, and it looks like we got a few people at the chat now saying, "Hey, they saw it twice. They saw it. They had a good time at it. It was a fun movie."
I want to go see it again. I'll say that I plan on going to see it again.
Yeah. Now that's good. That's good. So trying to find the positive through the negative here, but the audience has spoken, and if there's one way you can vote ever, is with your wallet. Mm-hmm. So I do expect some changes to start to happening over there, and we're already, I think, starting to see a lot of that shift happening.
Apparently, it's holding a 85 audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't believe it. I don't believe Rotten Tomatoes anymore.
I know, but still, sometimes that's an interesting barometer to look at, and I look at it and I go, "Oh, that's actually interesting that's going that way."
I used to give Rotten Tomatoes a lot of credit before I started learning about how bots can manipulate things. So I don't know. It seems that maybe that's true. They're also hiding certain scores on there. You could look at the top critics, and that's like at a 42% general audience is lower than that substantially. They're only showing you a glimpse of it. So that is true. It's still showing 85%, and it's still showing fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. However, the audience wants to say, like I said, I no longer put a lot of my weight on if I'm seeing a movie based off of Rotten Tomatoes like I used to do 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes has to clean up.
I don't ever put any of my weight on it. However, I will.
Just as a.
It is something I will add and test the weather. Yeah, you're right. That is good. Test the weather with a little bit of Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. You know, it's not perfect, but it helps every now and then.
Yeah. And from what I also saw in there, a lot of people are putting it in that 3 out of 5 kind of a range. They a lot of them are saying it gets a little bit sloppy in the second act. But the one thing I see is everyone praising Iman.
Oh,
is that she showed up to play, she showed up to work, she did her thing, which makes me happy because I feel validated. Because a lot of Miss Marvel haters were out there talking crap. And you know what? I was one of them when I first saw the trailers. I was like, I don't know if this is for me. Yeah. But I ended up really, really finding her to be one of the more endearing characters that we've learned about since Thanos snapped his fingers, right, and did a step. So I'm happy at least for her. It seems like we got a shining star over there, you know, with that. And I did hear about how some of it ended, and I'm looking forward to how that all plays out.
Yeah.
So
very interesting.
So that's at least interesting for me. So there you have it. BC.
All right, now we're going to go into possible spoilers here because I'm going to ask you a question before I say anything.
What's up?
They released the post-credit scene online. Did they? If I'm not mistaken, did you watch it?
I did.
You did? Okay. Yeah. All right. So spoilers for Captain Marvels. Do you want to talk about that and the potential the future?
Oh, that's right. Let's ride. The chat knows what's up, and it seems that they all saw it.
Okay. So Beast and the worst CGI.
Yeah.
I've ever seen Marvel use. This looked like Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Like live action characters with the cartoon right there.
It looked bad.
I will say the design of Beast I really liked.
It's the 90s animated.
Yes.
It's a 90s animated.
Kelsey Grammer voicing it.
Yeah.
Is so beautiful.
I'm happy we got Kelsey Grammer back. Because he was so underutilized in X3, you know, and he was perfect. He was one of those actors that were perfect for the role that never got it. And Beast is such an interesting character regardless. And it makes me believe we're going to get way more of him into that Secret Wars, maybe Deadpool 3. I don't know if they can tie him in there. But I'm excited he's back. And if we're already on the tangent of post-credit scenes, then there's also Miss Marvel doing her Nick Fury, right? I want to tell you about I want to tell you about a team.
It was the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Okay, so you know how I do my rewatches, though?
Yeah.
I lost my shit as soon as Kate Bishop walks in the door. I was like. As soon as I see the dog, actually, I threw my popcorn bucket. I was so mad. I was like, damn it! I didn't watch Hawkeye in my Marvel marathon. Shit!
The one I forgot. But no,
there's always one. I got so mad. I was like, damn it!
Yeah, I think that's going to be... I'm looking forward to her and Kate Bishop, and they're going to go get Cassie. And I don't know where else we go after that. I don't know if we're getting Scar. Hulk's kid.
I think we would get Scar, and you know what would be really cool?
America Chavez.
Somehow we find America Chavez, and somehow they find an Iron Lad who is a Kang variant.
That is true. I would love that. You know, I would love that. Does Tom Holland join up with these cats? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Think we get a Tom Holland. I think at some point maybe
Miles.
we get a Miles or a Spider-Gwen. Or something like that. I would love a live action Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen would be dope. I'm not mad about Spider-Gwen.
No.
I just want to see Miles.
Yeah. I want them to go get that kid that played young Victor Timely. and let him
get bit by a spider, and now he's also Spider-Man.
No, let him be Iron Lad.
Iron Lad, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
that'd be sick. I'm here for
like
it.
have him be a different version of Victor Timely.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Let him make his candles, bruh.
Yeah.
He was
that's what I'm saying. It's not that kid, not that specific kid.
Yeah.
I'm saying that actor is playing another variant.
Then they got go get mini Black Panther over there. He's just chilling.
True.
They got get T'Challa Jr. out here. He ain't doing nothing.
Of course, I still think where you're gonna pull T'Challa Jr. in the future into Secret Wars.
Jonathan Majors.
And it's gonna be a grown up T'Challa Jr.
Jonathan Majors. Not Jonathan Majors.
JD Washington.
Denzel. Yeah. JD Washington. JD Washington. That's what I meant. JD Washington. We're on the same. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. They say Riri has potential.
Yes.
Yeah. Riri's the one I don't care about, bro.
I would. Oh no. I thought Riri was the best thing about Wakanda Forever. Oh my god, I loved her so much.
I don't see Mild Mannered is saying Yelena. I don't see Yelena. She's out here with the Thunderbolt. She's on grown man time.
Yeah, Yelena's too busy for the kids.
Yeah, she's all grown time, man. But I mean, she might be the one looking out for them, making sure they don't mess up. Yeah, that'd be funny too if they could put like Bucky Barnes in there in charge of the kids. That'd be fun.
See, that's what I think Peter would do. Yeah. So now Peter is in charge of these kids, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is what Stark had to deal with when I was starting out."
Yep.
You know, it's a fun little story.
That's the similar road to Cyborg when it came to the Teen Titans, right?
Exactly.
And actually, like Cyborg was actually the grown up that they actually told, "Hey, watch these kids. Make sure they don't, make sure they brush their teeth." You know what I'm saying? He was that guy. So looking forward. Brush your teeth, bro. I'm looking forward to it. So, BC, that was BC's The Marvels review, right? With a little bit of spoilers at the end. So, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I don't think he spoiled all too much. There's still a lot to be seen in the movie. Go see it. And we can say that now. Go see the movie, right? We haven't been able to say that for about 3 to 4 months, so that's nice to say. So, now switching gears a little bit. Now, one of the things that I'm looking forward to, besides Marvel, right, we got Marvel over here. The machine has still been grinding. Now, has the machine had a little cogs in the wrenches? A little bit. But one machine that's being truly rebuilt from the ground up is being led by James Gunn over there at DC. Mm-hmm. And when we knew that, like, pretty much a day or two before the writer's strike happened, James Gunn had to rush and finish up that Superman script that he was writing, and he right on the finish line. Got it done. Now, because of the writer's strike, everybody was wondering, are we still on course with the movie coming out on its original release date, which was July 11, 2025? There was a lot of reports that they were saying it's being backed up. But that's not the case. According to James Gunn himself, James Gunn has reaffirmed the scheduled release of Superman Legacy for July 11, 2025. And in a heartfelt tweet, Gunn commended his crew's resilience and creativity, which persevered through the longest strikes in Hollywood history. Their unwavering commitment has resulted in extraordinary character and set designs that Gunn enthusiastically claims are the best he's seen in his career. As the film gears up for production in early 2024, this superhero saga chronicling Superman's journey to balance his Kryptonian heritage with his earthly life is already generating buzz with the promise of a fresh take on the iconic character. Now, BC, you see right here how he's talking about how the set designs and costume designs and everything are among some of the best he's ever seen. This is a guy that worked on the Suicide Squad, which I thought had amazing costume and set designs. Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think set the bar for a lot of the same stuff, costume and character. What do you like hearing about this? Are you excited that Superman Legacy is still on course for 2025? Are you shocked to hear that it's still on course for 2025? How do we feel?
I'm happy. I'm excited. This makes me sound... I mean, I already trust James Gunn to bring me something fun. And I'm excited to see what he has planned, because I feel if anyone can make me care about Superman, it's going to be James Gunn. So I'm excited to see where we go with this. And I'm glad to hear that he's so hyped with it, and that they're ready to rock and roll. That's what makes me the most happy, is that we are ready to rock and roll.
One of the things that's making me very, very happy about this whole thing is how prepared and how organized it seems James Gunn seems to be riding the ship over there at DC. Mm-hmm. Right? We've been living through a decade of constant will they, won't they, what's going on, problems over here in DC, problems over here in DC. The Flash has been pushed back for another 15 years, Black Adam this, Black Adam that. But it does seem that since James Gunn has gotten over there, he's been able, at least in my opinion, steady everything out, slow everything out. And granted, we haven't seen a lick of his universe yet. We haven't seen anything of it. But just the idea that we have someone in management up there, that is one of us, up there, that cares about these characters like we do, up there, that's writing some of this stuff like we do, up there, and is still able to make sure between him and Peter Safran, I also want to give credit to Peter Safran, I'm sure he has a lot to do with it as well. There seems to be a calmness, there seems to be a steady resilience, they seem to just be pushing forward like any other studio, and I just hope that this continues. It's still very, very early. You know, normally whenever you get closer to things, you start to see things start to kind of waver, but it seems that James Gunn is at least instilling that sense of, nope, we're still on course. Nope, we're still good to go. Nope. Hey, everybody, relax. Relax.
We got this.
S stands for hope. We got this, right? And that makes me very, very excited. I am looking forward to what they're going to be bringing with Superman Legacy. I had to go back and rewatch Hollywoodland with David Cornsweet in it just so that I can get a taste of what kind of acting chops he has, just kind of what his how he moves, right?
Yeah.
The same way that before I saw Robert Pattinson in the Batman, I saw Tenet, right? And I saw him perform in that kind of a way. I already know that Rachel Brosnahan is going to be fantastic as Lois after seeing her in The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I already knew that going into it. I got no issues on Nathan Fillion. None. But I just love the fact that everything seems to be steady. I love the fact that things are not being pushed. When you're hearing about how in the same week that you're hearing Marvel has to move around 3 or 4 different production schedules and production dates, and hey, nope, Captain America 4 is not coming out next year, 2026, 2025. Secret Wars may come out. We don't know yet, but that's being pushed back as well. Mm-hmm. But then over here, the studio that used to get a lot of hate seems to be doing all right. You know, so that makes me a little bit at ease, right? It makes me feel like everything is kind of good over there. So,
yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm excited, and here's the thing I'll say is, I don't know this kid, and like I said, you just watched something with a minute, and I haven't seen Marvelous Miss Maisel. My introduction to both of them will be this movie. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to watch anything of theirs until I see this movie, and then I'm going to see it, and that'll be my introduction to my new Superman and my new Lois Lane. So from that point forward, they will be my Superman and Lois Lane.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm going to miss
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it, too. We got someone saying James Gunn got rid of Cavill. He didn't. He got rid of all of them. There's a difference. I think there's a huge difference. I think it's time that we can love Henry Cavill as much as we want to. I love Henry. I love Batfleck.
It's over.
It's over. You gotta let it go. Let the past die.
Let it die.
Let the past die. It's time to move on. We got new, bigger adventures over here. I think the water's fine. I think that's what James Gunn is saying. Come on in. The water's fine. We're going to be good. Now, BC, I know you're super excited for this Godzilla Apple TV Plus show. Right, you got it right there on your shirt.
I watched Godzilla vs. Gigan last night.
You did?
Yeah.
This makes you happy.
I'm so excited for there's so much Godzilla in the next month. I'm so excited.
Well, it looks like that this won't be kind of one of the only things heading to TV streamings, right? Soon. Because it looks like over here, Alien, the franchise, which I think has had diminishing returns at the box office, is making a pivot, right? They're making a pivot away from movies, and they actually are setting for an Alien series. We have Alien series set for early 2025. FX's Alien series, steered by Noah Hawley, eyes a premiere in early 2025, with production expected to resume by February 2023. I don't know why I wrote that wrong. I think it's 2024, actually. Following the SAG-AFTRA strike resolution, despite initial setbacks, including the pandemic and industry strikes, the show was forged ahead with partial filming in Thailand. The series, marking a departure from the Ripley-centric storyline, will unfold on Earth. It introduces Sidney Chandler alongside Alex Lothar and others in the cast. With Ridley Scott still going to be executive producing, this series will follow the August 2024 release of Fede Alvarez's Alien Romulus, expanding the Alien saga's footprint on contemporary sci-fi. So pretty much, next fall, we have an Alien movie coming out by Fede. I like Fede.
Fede.
He's dropping a movie. And then in the same way that the Godzilla Monster Universe, right, had their movies, and now they're having that TV show on Apple Plus, we're also going to be getting an Alien series on streaming, right? I didn't see where they said this was going to be on streaming, but it looks like that they're just preparing for it. They might be making it and then shopping it around somewhere. We don't know where it's going to land. But BC, how do you feel about Alien the series? How do you feel about it being on a streaming service if it does drop on streaming service? Do you think that this is a right way to kind of write the Alien franchise? Kind of, we saw a movie by the Predator movie drop on Hulu, Prey. Mm-hmm. And that kind of revitalized a lot of people's interest into that. Now, Predator and Alien are very similar. What are your thoughts on this? Should we be excited for it? How should we be?
I love this concept. I think this is a great concept. I think this is an interesting way to look at the Alien series. The thing that worries me is television. You said it's going to be on FX, right?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, FX.
I was worried. I'm still kind of worried about Monarch, but I have a little more faith because it's Apple TV and they throw money at stuff.
Right.
Some of the things I worry about TV when they do things like this is your budget is your budget, and you have to stretch your budget on television. It's very difficult. So I worry that they will find ways to hide the aliens, and we won't see them very often because we don't have the money to see them. And that's the only thing that worries me about it. However, if you look at time, things have been changing lately. TV's not 22 episodes anymore. So you have a little bit more of a budget that goes a longer way. So I think there's a way to do this and make it work. And I'm excited to see what they can do because the Alien franchise is one that I'm cool with. I like it. It's dope. I'm not on the edge of my seat waiting for the next one. When it comes out, I'll go see it. But I think this is a good way to maybe revitalize people's excitement in Alien. Maybe after this, I will be, let's go, Alien, hell yeah. I got hope for it. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I mean, I hear your gripe, and I think that with the success of looking at the Godzilla show, I think we'll then pivot to a lot of, hopefully they look at that and say, okay, this is the recipe. This is how we got to make this work. But the thing that I think that to make this series successful, they have to make it horror centric. Go back.
Oh yeah.
Go back to what made the original so great. Go back to what made Aliens so great. No one can hear you. And what was it?
No one can hear you scream in space.
No one can hear you scream in space. I don't want to see the aliens like I want to see Godzilla episode 1. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see Godzilla episode 1. But for this, I think you slow burn it. I think you kind of build up that suspense. Make it really, really dark. So if you have to spend money on CGI works better in dark, lighted scenes. Not like, CGI tends to really stand out more when it's very, very bright. So I think that, they keep it contained in a spaceship, tunnels.
But once again, I worry about the diminishing returns. Mm-hmm. Every subsequential, is that right? Is that the right word?
We can't speak words here. I got you.
Every season has to be big. Like on a TV show, you look at it, you got to get bigger. Same with movies. The second one's always bigger than the first, and then bigger, and then bigger. So while yes, you can make that work, season 1, build that up, slow it. But then you got to add a little bit more season 2, and then a little bit more, and it gets bigger and bigger, and then you start having to not have the budget you have and stuff like that. But again, I have faith in this. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what they do.
I mean, they're saying they're going to come on Earth as well. So I think we're going to start in space, head down to Earth. I don't know at what period of time this is going to be. I think it would be cool if they kind of come 1,500 years ago, right? Dig into the ground, right? And then when you start talking about season 2, season 3, you bring in your predators, right? You bring in the predators to Earth as a hunting ground. Humans are caught in the mix in between of a battle. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But I do think that this is a good way to move forward with the franchise just because no one has been flocking to the movies to see these movies recently. You know, they have had diminishing returns at the box office. They've been trying and trying. It's kind of going the same fate as we were watching Terminator go, right? They're trying and trying shit, not working. So I think this is a good way to pivot. I do think it's a good way to pivot. Ridley Scott is not the one with his hands on it. He has an executive producer title, so we don't know.
But he's there. That's what I like. He's there. Not in charge, but he's there.
Which is fine. Which is fine, right? And executive producer titles, they can go from very, very small involvement to however they want to go. A lot of the times you see executive producer on there, they don't be touching it. You know, Steven Spielberg produced 185 things a year at one point. I don't think he touched one of those projects.
Facts.
You know, so I'm excited for it, and that's a good thing. I'm excited for it. So much movie news, TV news, and I think that Aliens will be good, especially FX. If it's FXX, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They tend to go a little bit more like that's where Archer lives and stuff. They have good stuff over there. I like some of the stuff that they do. But I'm also with you too. I'm worried that they're going to end up getting a Walking Dead kind of a budget, you know?
Yeah.
And we're going to look at it and be like, okay, this isn't right. So you got to throw money at it. You got to throw money. This is a big property. You got to throw money at it. And who knows if it stays at FX? They could potentially just have FX make it. Wait, who's the parent company for FX? What's their streaming?
ABC.
ABC.
Disney. Hulu.
Oh, that's right. Predators of is them. And supposedly too, Hulu's about to try this merge thing with Disney. I don't know if you heard that, but they said like they're gonna try something out. So anyway, are you guys excited for Aliens? Aliens TV? I'm excited for this Fede Alvarez. Romulus. I don't know what that's going to be, but I like Fede because Fede's the one that made he made the Don't Breathe, right? That was his, the Don't Breathe.
I think.
I like that movie, man.
I have it. I have bought it. I own Don't Breathe. I've still never watched it.
I like Don't Breathe. I haven't seen the second one. But I've seen the first one, and I thought the first one was good. Now, going into our next topic. I want to know how you're going to feel about this. Because I want to know how you feel about this. Can we call it a franchise if they're going into a third one? Right? But if you guys remember.
No, you're still just a trilogy at the third one.
You're still just a trilogy at the third one. I'll give it to you. Now, guys, I don't know how you feel. But looks like we're getting Now You See Me 3, the Woody Harrelson classic. Back again. Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg classic. Now You See Me. Coming to us from Lionsgate. Here's what they got to say. So Lionsgate has announced that a third Now You See Me film is officially in development, with Ruben Fleischer of Venom fame set to direct. The new installment, coined as a reimagining by Lionsgate's Joe Drake, aims to revitalize the magic-themed heist franchise that has grossed nearly $700 million globally. While the original ensemble boasted names like Jesse Eisenberg and Morgan Freeman, casting for the third film remains open, hinting at potential new faces joining the Illusionist crew. With a fresh narrative in the works, the Four Horsemen are set to return to the big screen, elevating their sleight-of-hand schemes to unprecedented heights. So, what the fuck is correct? I did hear in this article, it didn't say it. I didn't have it clipped here. They were saying that Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg were going to be coming back for this.
Okay.
But Franco,
they're going to be in the Mark Ruffalo role.
Mark Ruffalo, they haven't really confirmed that they're coming back just yet. Granted, remember too, we're only a week out of the acting strike.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I'm sitting here listening to you read it. I'm like, why don't you just make a different movie if you're going to have nothing connecting it? But if you're telling me that
Woody Harrelson, I believe, is still going to be in there. Which, as long as you got Woody, I'm good. I really don't care for Jesse. I mean, he was fine, but to me, the staple of those four is Woody.
Staple. I
don't. The guy. He's the guy.
He's a guy in a movie. That's when I think of Woody Harrelson, I do not think of Now You See Me.
I didn't say that. He was a staple.
I know, but I just don't. Nothing about this makes me go, oh my God, yay, I can't wait for this.
I love Now You See Me. I'm not going to lie to you. I love both of those movies. I really, really enjoy them. I think that they're fun movies.
I think they're movies. Wow. I think you can watch them. They're probably on TV.
Yeah.
Probably shows up on TBS.
Probably shows up on FXX.
FXX.
I'm looking forward to this, man.
It's on TNT every Thanksgiving or something, you know?
I'm looking forward to it. Why? Because I love magic. I love sleight-of-hand magic. The movies always felt like they had a lot of fun making them. They always try to do a little twist at the end. Sometimes, I mean, were they huge movies? No. But every single time I saw them, I had an above average time. I've enjoyed those. Then I've enjoyed a lot of other movies we've talked about recently. I've always had a good time. I have liked Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson's chemistry in that. They had the Mark Ruffalo of it all. I honestly forget Morgan Freeman was even in it.
True.
I honestly do. So if he's not in it, fine. If he is in it, cool. But it's Morgan Freeman, so he can do whatever he wants.
Facts.
At this point. And then you had Franco, then the other. I can't remember who the other girl was in that movie. But, you know, hey, it's new era.
Isla Fisher in the first one.
Was it Isla Fisher?
Yeah.
I can't recall.
And then they replaced her with someone else in the second one.
Yeah.
And they added in Harry Potter, who I also don't like. So.
You don't like Daniel Radcliffe?
No. I have not seen Daniel Radcliffe in anything that I'm like, oh, I like you. He's a decent actor. He's fine, but I don't. He's
Wait
not
till
in
see
anything
him
I
in
care about.
Deadpool 3, my friend.
I mean, yeah, he'll probably be in a cameo in Deadpool 3.
Be Wolverine.
Yeah.
It'll change your mind.
I don't think so.
Why are you hating on Danny, bro? Danny boy. Why you hating on Danny?
I mean, he's a fine actor. Nothing about him makes me go, oh, I want to see your next.
I hear you. But you know what, though? That's how I feel about Woody Harrelson. Every single thing I see Woody Harrelson in, I'm like, sign me up for another one. Bring him back in True Detective. I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's because that was incredible.
Yeah, and he was fantastic. Woody Harrelson has not let me down. Maybe sometimes. Wait, didn't they do these two? Didn't they do Zombieland together? I think that was that's your other franchise, right?
Again, and Zombieland, I'm like, it's an okay movie.
I like Zombieland.
Sequel was a little pointless, but
it was pointless. But I also enjoyed it. But the thing is, I know what I'm getting with these movies. Heartbreak never felt so good when I'm watching these movies. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's all the news that I had. That's all the news that I had.
I got one question before we get out of here.
What's up, Doc?
Did you watch the Ghostbusters trailer?
Oh, I did. I did see it. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
I think it looks cute. I think it looks fun.
It looks cute. But to me, this is like Ghostbusters has gotten down to like Now You See Me.
See, but here's the thing. After that last one, I loved the little girl. She was so entertaining.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh yeah, I get to see her some more. I'm excited for this. Because the last one was only okay. It wasn't great. But it was okay.
Did Woody let you down in Venom 2? No. No, he did not.
No, the writers.
The writing let me down.
The writers of Carnage let me down in Venom 2.
He did not let me down.
No, Woody did fine.
Woody did
as Carnage. He just wasn't given the proper material.
You made me put down my vape for this. Listen, bro. I'm fine with Woody Harrelson. Now that wig let me down.
Yeah.
He had he had one of those Tyler Perry wigs, and do better on the wigs, bro. Just do better on the wigs. But no, man, honestly, I think that he did just fine. I'm gonna give you another one. A movie that I thought was pretty bad, but the actor in general did not let me down. Green Lantern. I don't think that movie, Green Lantern, pretty mid. But Ryan Reynolds in that movie, I thought did a pretty decent job.
Did you see the commercial?
The commercial with him and Barry Allen?
Yeah.
You're my Barry.
That was cute, man.
You're my Barry. You'll be my Hal. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
That was a cute commercial.
Even though now, I mean, Ryan Reynolds is officially Deadpool forever.
Oh yeah,
until the day he dies, even when he's 80.
Yes.
Wear the suit. Wear the suit. Now we can get to the chat. Okay, just curious. I thought he could have been an awesome Carnage. He could have. I also think that, honestly, I think that the best person to play Carnage that they've never done, in my opinion,
say it,
Jim
say
Carrey.
It. There you go.
Jim Carrey all the way.
Absolutely.
Jim Carrey is the guy. If they want to get Carnage done, just it's Jim Carrey because he can go there.
I think Woody did a good job with what they gave him.
Yeah.
They did not give him a lot of good. They did not write Carnage right.
No, they did not.
I'm sorry. Look, I love it to death, but
which sucks because Andy Serkis directed.
You can't do Carnage in PG-13. I'm sorry.
No,
he needs to be a vicious you got to hate this guy.
By the way, you just made me pivot to what could be our supplemental topic. They did announce after about all the Blade trash, Blade is officially going to be rated R.
No, they did not.
They did not.
No, they did not. Go back and reread that. The director is talking about a movie, independent film he made that he was really happy they gave R to.
What?
Yes.
The headlines tricked me.
Yeah. The headlines are getting you.
Damn.
I did the same thing. That's one of those ones that I get excited about. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then that's one of those ones I need to go listen to what Campia has to say about it. And then I went and watched his clip. And he read the whole article and went through it. He goes like they have not said. I mean, it may, but they have not said at all that Blade will be R.
Well, that deflates my excitement because I got excited. I was like, oh, okay, all right, we back at it, baby.
No, that is not.
They need to hurry up making that Blade movie. Mahershala Ali's going to tell them to kick rocks.
He probably is.
He's going to tell them to kick
rocks.
rocks.
To see if Blade actually ever happens.
I don't know if it will.
In this incarnation of Blade, actually.
Just go get Wesley at this point.
I mean, it depends on what script they do. The only reason they should get Wesley is if they were going to do that script that Blade is the fourth lead in his own movie.
No.
But if you're going to get Mahershala, then he needs to be the lead.
He does. I concur with that as well. Well, look, we were going to get out of here pretty early today. Since we wrapped up all of our topics. You guys got anything you want to talk about?
I think we're good.
We're good, man. Nah, man. Good week. Good week in general. I think that this next Sunday that we have coming up, we're going to have a lot more announcements being made. I don't know when this Fantastic Four. Oh, yeah, the Echo. Did we talk about the Echo trailer?
We did not, but that was one epic trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, Echo. That trailer was intense, bro.
My man's right here.
Yeah.
My man's.
Let me get
my
you.
My man's. Go to the line.
I got you.
My man's right here. He is going to murk some people, and I'm so excited.
Yeah. And it's going to be, you have to set yourself to TV and May for this.
Just like Punisher.
Yeah, I think we did talk about this because I was talking about like how in the hell did you mess up Daredevil? Like if you got this, why are you guys having to rewrite Daredevil? Just do this for Daredevil and you're good to go. Because John Bernthal is still attached to being Punisher, right?
Daredevil.
I mean, I'm sorry, Daredevil. Thank you. He's still attached to being Daredevil. Yeah, hurry up, man. Come on, figure it out. Figure out, Marvel. Goodness. And then hurry with Agatha, House of Covenant, House of Harkness, Chaos. I don't know what the title is anymore.
Darkholm.
The stories of the Darkhold or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is the third.
Yeah, I will
title.
say I don't like them constantly changing the names of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Darkhold Diaries is what it is called now.
This was the worst. Covenant of Chaos, I was cool. House of Harkness, I was cool. Darkhold.
I still absolutely hate Brave New World. It makes me so mad.
They should have stayed with NWO.
Look at this. I still have.
I thought you had a Godzilla and an NWO shirt.
I still have stickers of the shield with NWO written on it, and I'm like, well, those are useless now.
Yeah. I guess there's one thing I want to ask you before we roll out, and it's just a rumor. I just want to know how you feel about it. It's not even a rumor. It's just a thing out there. There's no substantiation to it at all. I just want to know how you feel about it if it were to happen. And it was the whole Kevin Feige of it all, possibly switching over to Star Wars.
No.
You heard it here first.
I like him at Marvel. I like what he does with Marvel. I think I think if anyone needs to be running Star Wars, it needs to be Dave Filoni and Favreau.
Yeah.
All right. Look, Favreau was the creative mind that gave us the MCU. I don't care what anyone says. Favreau ushered that in. All right. I thought he should have been in charge of that. Unfortunately, Kevin Feige, or fortunately, either way, Kevin Feige took over, and it was fantastic. But now Favreau has built another universe.
Well,
let him and Filoni run it.
Let me ask you this though: what if after Secret Wars, Kevin Feige just decides to step down from Marvel? He's like, okay, I'm good on Marvel. I'm done. Where do you then want him to go?
I don't care. Wherever he wants to go. That's his business. I want you doing Marvel.
Okay.
Because you're good at it. If you're good at it, keep doing it.
He's doing it for 30 years. You know what I mean?
See, again, I'm a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? I would be in the ring till I had a heart attack like Ric Flair.
But not every wrestler says for WWE.
Ric Flair is back in the ring again.
At AEW, which is exactly my point.
You know?
If Marvel's WWE and AEW is Star Wars, Ric Flair's still doing his thing. He just switched sides.
No.
Yeah.
That would be closer to him to Kevin. Like that would be a metaphor for Kevin Feige going from Marvel to DC.
James Gunn did it.
I know. So he's still in wrestling. Is wrestling. It doesn't matter if you're in AEW, WWE, New Japan, MPX, VIP, Ironheart Pro Wrestling. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're a wrestler, you're a wrestler. All right. So I would love, Ric Flair just going to AEW is just, well, he's still wrestling, waiting to have a heart attack in the freaking ring because he's older than dirt and keeps screaming at the top of his lungs.
Yeah. Woo!
Woo!
Woo! And Undertaker's back. NXT.
Oh, that was a really good clip. Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to head up out of here, guys. This was fun. Enjoy you guys this weekend. Salute to all the veterans out there watching this. Yeah, Eagles are on a bye week this week, so I understand if there's no intrigue to watch football this week. We're taking a week off of beating the brakes off of what's that trash team down there in Dallas? BC, you would know, right? Yeah, you would know. You would know about that, right? Oh, okay, my bad. But nah, man, this has been cool. BC, where can people start to find you out there, man?
Brad calls, social medias, all that shit. Why'd you that up?
Couldn't finish my drink. This is the Lando Project. Find me at Lando Payne on all social media interwebs. We love you. Finger guns. We out. As soon as I get to the thing and